Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between EmipreKas and someone who calls himself MarineKing, even though I don't really think it is MarineKing. It is going to be the blue Protoss player over here on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, EmipreKas spawning as the green Terran player on the bottom left. Perhaps this is the MarineKing who stole the name on the European BattleNet servers. I don't know whether or not I should name the file MarineKing or not. Also, a couple things to note, a couple announcement things out of the way. Let me know if that gray screen at the very start of the video is gone. I've been trying to make some updates, trying to make some changes, trying to improve the quality of my cast for you guys. And secondly, if you guys have been following me on Facebook and on Twitter, you guys know I've been picked up by Quantic Gaming. So yeah, I guess you're listening to the newest member of the Quantic media team. Had a lot of fun at MLG Anaheim, just cheering on Sase, the last foreigner to get eliminated. Got 4th place overall. That last game was just really heart-wrenching for all of the Quantic people who just sat together, watched in the front row, and just watched his amazing run, playing so many games. I think he went like 27 and 12 overall, playing a lot more games, trying to come through the open bracket. Now, let's take a look at the series. This is going to be a Terran versus Protoss. And we see Kaz opening up with I believe a standard 12 racks, and he is going to be setting up a supply depot, which means he will be going for a 1 racks expand. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Meanwhile, MarineKing is going to be going for that assimilator, and we do see a gateway down as well. So it is going to be a gateway. We'll see if he goes for that Cybernex score. There is another pylon here, so that means it will not be any sort of 1-gate expand. It most likely will end up into some early pressure, as scouting should be getting underway. Now, the Protoss player pretty much took a look at the ramp and saw a double supply depot here. Now, if this was about 6 months ago or even 9 months ago, perhaps the Protoss player would be expecting some sort of tech play. But because of the current metagame, I think he pretty much knows that it is going to be some sort of command center expansion, as the Marine now trying to take a look around, trying to find where that probe is. The probe is wandering back away, and will Kaz try to set up the command center on the low ground? Yes, he will. Now, MarineKing setting up this one Cybernex core off over here. It will be scouted out, so Kaz knows that he needs to get up a lot of defense. If he does set up a bunker or two, even if MarineKing tries and establishes a very, very strong early push, he's going to have to invest very heavily into sentries in order to deal with, I can't even talk straight right now. In order to deal with those bunkers on the front. Kaz now moving away with this one SCV, a good block here, making sure that any sort of Nexus play will be delayed even further. MarineKing decided to forego that early Zealot and is instead going to be poking around with 2 Stalkers. Those Stalkers with very, very strong range could get in a lot of damage, especially on a group of Marines that do not have a bunker to run inside of. It looks like it is going to be some sort of 4-gate attempt here. We can see that the second assimilator is down, and yes, it is going to be a 4-gate attempt here. The Cybernex core needs about another 70 seconds or so, and now 60 seconds with that chrono boost, and I believe that the gateways are actually going to be up before the Cybernex core is ready to go. 5 Marines now sitting at the Zelnaga Tower. It looks as though, yes, MarineKing will be setting up a proxy pylon here and then doing another proxy pylon here. This is going to be very aggressive, and I do not believe Kaz has enough units to actually fend off this attack. This is looking really bad. Kaz now going into his triple racks. He doesn't have a tech lab. Even adding on a tech lab now would hurt him in the long run. And now we also see that the MarineKing is following this up with a Nexus. Alright, so this isn't going to be an all-in sort of play as I originally had suspected. Instead, MarineKing establishing this Nexus, perhaps it's a feint, hoping that a Marine is going to come in, spot the Nexus, the Sentry can get the kill or the Stalker can get the kill, and then after that, cancel that Nexus here. 43 supply versus 42. We see a large group of Marines now moving out across the field. No real scouting coming in from Kaz. He only sees what this information was from about 3 minutes ago, and this may come back to haunt him. Stalkers now making their way in. You can see that there are Zealots and Sentries here. Why aren't the Sentries? Oh, the Sentries could be going at the ramp. Are we going to see a force field? No! Kaz getting off some very free, easy shots there. There is one force field. Marines trying to do a little Congo line in. One sentry does get taken down. Sentries versus Marines. However, 4 of the Marines were caught on the wrong side of that force field there. Are we going to see another split? No, we are not, as the sentries are now trying to move back. We are going to see, what is this, an aggressive pylon placement coming in from the Protoss player. We see Zealots and Stalkers, and now these Marines, there is not enough of them to really hold off a very, very large push. We're going to see a large round of reinforcements. The Marines are going to make their way in. They are going to spot this pylon. They should be able to shoot it down in time. Are they going to do so? Sentries, probes now trying to come up. The sentries now trying to make their way in. One probe does get taken down. There are Zealots. The bunker now trying to be placed down. It needs about another 15 seconds or so. SCVs coming off the mineral line. Here we go. Here's the battle. Both sides fighting it out. Stalkers, sentries pushing their way in. SCVs now trying to run back. Zealots are reinforcing. There's a beautiful force field on the ramp. Stalkers getting in a lot of damage here, taking down multiple SCVs. The sentries are not being microed though. Those are very, very expensive gas-intensive units. Adding no more force fields on the ramp. Nope, one more left as a new sentry does come in. And now where are these units going to go? The Marines are going to get picked off one at a time. And MarineKing here very, very effective with this small group of units. Guardian Shield is up. Units are now making their way in as well. There's not enough Marines. There's one Marauder here. SCVs can't really do much of anything else except for try to repair. There's some force fields trapping the units on the other side. And it looks like Kaz is going to end up losing this game as the supply depots are going to fall. 34 supply versus 59. MarineKing at this point pretty much has the game in the bag. He could only, but with some catastrophic mistakes, come in, and MarineKing just playing beautifully here with these Stalkers and Sentries. Kaz not scouting out, and that was the real problem. Not scouting, not knowing what his opponent was trying to do, and these Stalkers sitting on the ramp. SCVs trying to absorb damage. SCVs are not the counter to Zealots or Stalkers. They're just trying to lengthen the DPS on those Marines and those Marauders. But at this point, with the Harvester kill count 33 to 1, that is going to be the game. So MarineKing taking game 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1 of Empire's Kaz versus some player who says he's MarineKing. Maybe it really is MarineKing and he's just practicing with Protoss because of Heart of the Swarm. Alright, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.